Lair of the Vampire. People and livestock have been going missing from towns and farmsteads in these parts for weeks, and the numbers are rapidly growing. There are vampires at work here, ancient and brooding in their hidden nest. At first it was only one or two cattle every few nights, found drained of blood, but now it has swelled to as many as 3 or 4 people a day disappearing in the night. If something isn't done to stop this and fast, by this time next week there won't even be a town left here to save. Hattori must find their nest and purge these foul vampires before they grow too strong to stop. Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 17. This is the last adventure in the Feral Vampire Mission Pack. For this episode's character update, our lore is back down to 5 because we sold our frozen isopod. We now have a luck of 3 thanks to our jade coin artifact. Our max grid is also down to 3 again from the isopod being sold. We have 2,350 experience towards level 5. We need 3,000 experience to level up. We only have $30 in gold. We are at our max carry limit, and we do have 1 point of corruption. Hachiko is now at level 2 with a melee 3+, 9 health, and 9 insanity. We did purchase a pack mule in our last frontier town visit, and we have decided to name him Soro, which means slow in Japanese. Let's rejoin Hattori and his animal allies as they attempt to end the vampire's reign of terror once and for all. Welcome back, everyone, to the adventures of Hattori Hanzo. This is our final vampire adventure from the Feral Vampire Mission Pack. Our mission goal is to find the vampire nest and confront the vampire lord and his grave guard. We will be using the Vampire Adventure enemy theme. Our special rules for the mission are strength from feeding. The caves are littered with dead bodies of animals and townsfolk drained of blood by the vicious vampires that nest here. Anytime a clue icon is found, the heroes have discovered a pile of freshly drained bodies. Roll a d6 and add that many sanity markers to the depth track. If a 4, 5, or 6 was rolled, also add a growing dread card to the stack. During the final fight at the Vampire Nest objective room, anytime a wound marker would be placed on the Vampire Lord or any of the feral vampires, after their mist form armor rolls, instead remove a sanity marker from the depth track. Collect XP as normal. In this way, the sanity markers on the depth track are treated as a pool of extra health for all the vampires in the final fight. Once there are no more sanity markers left on the depth track, wounds done are placed on the vampire enemies as normal. To find the vampire nest, the posse marker must reach the space mark 9 on the depth track. Once that occurs, we have found the door leading to the objective room. Let's begin our journey to end the vampire curse once and for all. Let's hold back the darkness. Bam! Right out of the gate. A 1 triggers the depth event ambush attack. There are fiendish creatures and demons in the dark places of the world. Ambush attack. Draw a threat card to immediately ambush the heroes. And we are being ambushed by D3 Voidhounds. 3 Voidhounds. Voidhounds are initiative 7. For this round they'll be initiative 9, though it doesn't matter, they'll always go before we will. They always attack from ambush, and the heroes take 3 horror hits at the start of the turn. They have void phasing. The Voidhound defense is equal to the current initiative level in the turn order, and Voidhounds may move through other models. They have pack attack. At the start of the Voidhound activation after the initial ambush, roll a d6. On a 1 or 2, all Voidhounds change targets. On a 6, all Voidhounds retarget a single random hero. They have a movement of 10, melee to hit of 3+, They roll 6 combat that do 1 damage, and they have 5 health. Let's see what their elite abilities will be. 4 and 5. 4 is Nightmare Howl. At the start of each turn, as long as at least one Voidhound is alive, all heroes take 2 horror hits. 5 is Lashing Tail, the +2 to combat, so they now have 8 combat. Let's roll our 3 horror hits for laying in wait. It'll actually be 5 horror hits at the beginning of this turn due to the Nightmare Howl and laying in wait. We'll start with Hattori. He has a willpower 4+. And he blocks 4 of them. Let's see if his spirit armor can help against this last one. And he takes no horror hits. We'll go with Hachiko next. He has a willpower of 4+. And he blocks all but 1 as well. He takes 1 sanity damage. And last but not least, we'll do the horror hits on Soto. He has a 4+ willpower. And apparently they scared him to death. He takes all 5 hits, 5 sanity. We'll go in initiative order, rolling 8 dice against Hachiko. He has a defense of 3+. He defends 4 and takes 4 wounds. Next in line would be Hattori, rolling the 8 combat against him. He also has defense 3+. And he defends all but 3. Let's see if our armor will help us. We have armor 5+. And nope, we take 3 wounds. Rolling the Voidhound's 8 combat against Soto. He has defense of 3+ as well. And he defends all but 1. He takes 1 wound. Hachiko will go first in the hero's turn. Rolling Hachiko's 1 combat, he hits on a 3+. He is initiative 5, so the Voidhound's defense will be 5 against his hit. He does hit. Let's see what he does for damage. 3, no damage. Hattori is next. Let's see if he gets a grit. He does not. Rolling our 3 combat. He also hits on a 3+. His initiative is 4. So the Voidhound's defense will be 4, however they will be -1 to their defense for his helmet. So they will have a defense of 3. He scores 3 hits. We'll roll them one at a time. So put 1 hit on this gentleman. It's going to be -3 to the roll. And that is 8. 8 minus 3 is 5. He is dead. And then we'll attack this one back here with our last 2. We can't reach the other guy. These will each be -3 to the roll. 7 minus 3 is 4. 8 minus 3 is 5. He is very dead. Let's do Dancing Dragon. Try and get 1 hit on this other Voidhound that's still here. So we could spend 1 Fury. We'll move to his space. Make an agility test. 5+. We succeed. We fall to an empty space adjacent. He takes 1 wound, ignoring his defense. Soro will activate. He doesn't have a combat roll, he just has the ability Kick, which is at the start of his turn. If he's adjacent to any enemies, he does D3 wounds, ignoring their defense. 3 wounds. He'll move his 3 spaces away. Let's hold back the darkness. 9 is good. Let's take our 2 horror hits for everybody from the Nightmare Howl. Hachiko. Again, willpower 4+. He takes 1 more point of sanity damage. Hattori takes both. Let's see if his spirit armor will help. He has spirit armor 5+. And he takes 2 points of sanity damage. And Soro, willpower 4+, takes 1 more point of sanity damage. Let's see if the Void Hound will change targets. On a 6, he'll retarget 1 random hero. 1, 2, 3 will be Hachiko, 4, 5, 6 will be Hattori, since he is already targeting Soro. So he will target Hachiko. Rolling his 8 combat. Hachiko has a defense of 3+. He scores 5 hits. Sorry, 4 hits. And Hachiko defends 1, taking 3 more wounds. Hachiko will roll his 1 combat. Scores a hit. So it'll be -5 to the roll. No damage. Hattori will move. He will roll his 3 combat. Has a melee to hit of 3+. 2 criticals and 1 hit. We only need 1 damage, but we'll roll our critical anyway. And we did 1 damage. He is dead. A little bit of a rough start. Let's roll to catch our breath for everyone. Hachiko will heal. 3 wounds. Hattori will heal. 3 wounds. And Soro will get a full D6 since he did not do anything this activation. 6. So we will actually heal his 6 sanity, leaving him with 1 wound. Soro still needs to go during this turn, so he will move his 3. Oh, we forgot loot. Let's do loot. Can't forget about loot. D3 Darkstone. 3 Darkstone. And we'll let Soro carry that for us. Holding back the darkness. 6 will fail. Hachiko will move his 8. He will look through the doorway, and we have found Darkstone Shaft. Hattori will go. 4. He has +1 to movement. Let's hold back the darkness. 8 is good. Hachiko will move into the room. Hattori will go. Gains a grit. I think Soto will stay right where he is. Let's see what we get. Growing Dread, an encounter, and a clue token. Let's use Hachiko's Look Ahead. Once per turn, you can cancel and redraw an exploration token. This one is 2 doorways, 2 encounters. It's a little better. In this mission, don't forget, we don't want clue icons. We just need to reach a depth of 9. And clue icons add extra health for the vampires at the end fight. Okay, so we'll have 3 encounters, 1 advanced room encounter, and then 2 exploration token encounters. The advanced room encounter is Echoes from the Void. The wall here is broken away, revealing a massive darkstone geode. Rough-hewn natural crystals of the black rock line the walls in a deep pit descending into the darkness below. As you approach the edge, you hear dark whispers echoing up from the pit. The crystals begin to softly glow as the whispers grow into a furious cacophony in your mind. Make a lore 5+ test. Our lore is 5. We pass. If successful, you are able to understand some of what the voices are saying, gain 20 XP, and you may spend 1 grit to cancel a Growing Dread card currently in play. Well, we have no Growing Dread, but we will take your 20 XP. We need about 460 XP to level up at this point. Our first exploration token encounter is A Warning to Traitors. As you turn the corner, you come face to face with, well, a face. Hanging from a wooden support beam above are 3 hanged men. Flies buzz and the smell of death hangs in the air with the bodies. A warning to those that would betray their gang. We must choose to cut them down or push our way past them. Hattori is an honorable man. We will cut them down and give them a proper burial. So we're going to be moving the darkness D3 spaces forward. 3 spaces forward. That will trigger 2 darkness cards, but we can recover another grit. We're now at our max grit. And we can all heal D6 sanity. Let's heal Hachiko first. He can heal 3. He only has 2. Hattori can heal 5, but he only has 2. And Soto has no sanity damage. Let's reveal our darkness cards. The first one, A Hunger to Feed. All undead enemies are now +1 combat for every full 3 wounds the target had on them at the start of the attack remains in play. Our second darkness card is Death Comes A-Callin'. Roll a d6 for every henchman ally, basic or advanced in the posse. On the roll of a 1, that henchman immediately rolls Gruesome Fate. If there are no henchmen, instead the darkness moves 3 spaces forward on the death track. That will gain us a Growing Dread card. Our second exploration token encounter is Child of Sorrow. The temperature in the room drops as a child approaches you with empty eyes. Make a Spirit 6+ test. We have a Spirit of 4. And we got 1 6. Gain 50 XP for each 6 rolled. Then the child vanishes. Roll a d6. On the roll of a 4+, the hero that made the test gains a loot card. And we have gained, this could come in handy, draw a gear card. And we have drawn bandages, gain 2 bandage tokens. This will probably come in quite handy. We're going to use our sake token before we collect our bandages just so that we can hold them. We gain 3 points of fury. We will immediately use one of our bandages on Hachiko, healing him for 6 wounds. We'll hopefully be holding back the darkness. And we fail. The darkness is definitely working against us today. We'll have Hachiko go. He's just going to look through this door right next to him. He has found a long passage. Hattori will go. Big 2 movement. Sora will move his 3. Holding back the darkness. A 12 is great. Stubborn resolve. This place is horrible and unforgiving, but you're not about to give up without a fight. Each hero may immediately heal d6 wounds or sanity any mix, or recover a grit. The only person that still has wounds is Soro, so we will heal his 1 wound. Hachiko will move forward and look through the door. And he has found a magma river. We have shifted the board. I forgot to roll to see if there was a vampire encounter in the previous room, so let's do that now. There was not. Hattori will move. Sora will move his 3. And let's see what we have. An ambush attack. We also have a room encounter, an advanced room encounter, which is Scorching Hellfire. The very fires of hell burn in this room, erupting in gouts of flame and death. At the start of each turn, place a Hellfire marker in a space adjacent to each hero on this map tile. Limit 1 per space. Each of these markers then bounces twice in random directions like dynamite. Hellfire markers do 1 hit with 2d6 damage to any model in their space they finally land on, and are then removed. Remains in play. Well, that sounds like tons of fun. We are ambushed by... Ooh, Hellfire Succubi, a Paradise worth. Let's see how many. 5 Hellfire Succubi. Let's see who will get the other 2. First one will go to 1, 2, Soro, 3, 4, Hachiko, 5, 6, Hattori. And then the second one will go to 1, 2, 3, Soro, 4, 5, 6, Hachiko. Let's hold back the darkness. We fail again. We're going to use our rail spike so that the darkness doesn't move. Alright, let's do these Hellfire markers. We just place 1 because Hattori is the only hero. And then it bounces like dynamite. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4. Not looking good. One more bounce. 2. Hellfire Succubi have an initiative of 8, an initiative of 10 for this first round because it is an ambush. Vicious Claws. Heroes are -1 to their defense against Hellfire Succubi combat hits. They are Hellfire Demons. They're immune to Hellfire and Burning Markers. Oh, wonderful. So even if the Hellfire blew up on them, it'd do nothing. Femme Fatales, Hellfire Succubi are immune to critical hits from male heroes. Amazing. Alright. Their 2 elite abilities will be 5 and 6. 5 is Wreathed in Flame. They are +1 initiative, and any hero ending their move adjacent to 1 or more Hellfire Succubi must pass an Agility 5+ test or immediately take D3 Burning Markers. 6 is Unholy Spirits. They are +1 to combat, and all holy heroes ending their move on the same map tile as 1 or more Hellfire Succubi takes D3 corruption hits. We don't have any holy heroes in the party, so we are fine. We are going to use our Angel's Tears because we can discard it immediately. It does D3 wounds, ignoring defense, armor, and endurance to every demon model on the same and adjacent map tile. So we're going to be doing D3 wounds to each one of these little suckers. We'll start in the back. This one. 2. This one. 3. This one. 2. This one. 2. And then the final one. 3. We'll see if that helps us out. Hellfire Succubi will go. They have 4 combat. We'll just go in initiative order, doing them one at a time. So we'll start with the 2 that are on Hachiko. We'll do this one first. They have a melee of 3+, so this one hits Hachiko once. Let's see if he can defend. And he defends. The next one on Hachiko does 4 hits. He is a defense 3+. Our heroes are -1 to their defense rolls though due to Vicious Claws, so we need a 4 or higher. And he blocked 3, taking 1 hit. They would normally do 2 damage, but because of Hachiko's bark, they are -1 to their damage, so he only takes 1 wound. Okay, now the 2 on Hattori. Again, we'll do them one at a time. So this one. They score 3 hits. And then the second one scores 3 hits as well. Need to roll a 4 or higher for defense. And we've defended 5 of the 6 hits. Let's see if our armor will protect us from that last one. We have armor 5+. And no, we take 2 wounds. Nope, we take 1 wound because of Hachiko's bark that they are adjacent to. Lastly, the Hellfire Succubi attacking Soto. Scores 2 hits. He has defense 3+. He defends 1, but takes 1 due to their vicious claws. So he takes 2 wounds. Unfortunately, that one is not adjacent to Hachiko. Let's see if Hachiko can escape. We don't want him taking any burn markers. And no, he can't. So he will roll his 1 combat. And he misses. Hattori will roll for movement. We will roll our 3 combat. 3 hits. We'll roll these 1 at a time. They do not have fear or anything like that, so they will be -1 to their defense against Hattori. So the roll will be -2 to the roll. We'll go swing at this one first. We need a 4 or higher to kill it. 5 minus 2 is 3. Next we'll swing at this one. Again, -2 to the roll. 3 minus 2 is 1. We'll add 1 more wound. And then our last hit, again -2 to the roll. We'll swing it onto the same one here. 7 minus 2 is 5. They are dead. We are going to do some extremely fancy footwork with any luck here. We're going to do Dancing Dragon. We're going to first move to this Succubi space. Do an agility 5+ check. We are good. We're then going to jump 2 spaces to this one. Making another agility 5+ check. We are good. We are going to move to this one, dropping another Fury token, dropping another Fury token, and another agility 5+. We are good. Unfortunately, that last one is 3 spaces away. That's okay. All 3 of these will take wounds equal to the total number of Fury placed, ignoring defense. So they will each take 3 wounds. That will kill this one. This one will add 3 more wounds. This one also gets 3 more wounds. We will spend our remaining 5 Fury to do Whirlwind Strike, which is a peril die of damage plus our hero level, minus their defense, so -2. So it's going to be a peril die +2 because we are level 4. So this one. 6 minus 2 is 4. She is dead. Then this one. 3 plus 2 is 5. She is dead. Lastly, I will throw 1 bottle of holy water as a free attack at that final enemy. Does D8 wounds, ignoring defense and armor. She has 2 wounds on her. We only need to roll a 5 or higher. 7. She is dead. Hattori is one bad mamma jamma. Let's catch our breath. Hachiko will recover. He can recover 3. He only has 1 wound though. Hattori can recover 3 as well. Again, he only has 1 wound. And Suro, 1 wound. Suro will move his 3. Oh, let's do our loot. Forgetting about loot this game. I also just realized that I forgot to roll to see if we were encountered by the common enemy vampires in both of those attacks. But that's okay. We'll remember going forward. For loot we got... What's this? Draw an artifact card. Glad we picked up that pack mule because we do not have any room to be carrying anything else right now. That also puts us 200 XP points away from being able to level up. And we have found a vial of Brimstone Ash. It's a free attack, discard to do 1 wound to every adjacent enemy ignoring defense. I'm sure we will use that at some point. Let's hold back the darkness. A 4 will fail. That does get us another darkness card. We've got... Do you hear that? Add a growing dread card to the stack. Then every hero takes 1 horror hit for each growing dread card in the stack and discard pile. These horror hits do 2 sanity damage. Alright. Hachiko. Willpower of 4+. Defends them both. Hattori is a willpower of 4+. Defends 1. Let's see if our spirit armor helps us. Spirit armor is 5+. Well, we take 1 point of sanity damage. And Suro takes 1 point of sanity damage. Okay, we will have Hachiko move forward. Let's see what the shortest distance is through this lava so as to not get burned up if possible. Now for the lava spaces, the heroes have to make an agility test when they enter a lava space. There is a number printed on each space. So if you have an agility of 1, 2, or 3, you roll 1 die, and you have to roll higher than the number on the space. If your agility is 4, 5, or 6, you get to roll 2 and choose. So Soro and Hachiko only have technically agility 1, so they'll only be rolling 1 die as they attempt to cross this lava. So Hachiko will go first. He has movement of 8. 1, 2. He needs a 3 or better. It's good. 3. Again, 3 or better. He is good. 4. 5, 6. And he will look through to find a spider's lair. Shifted the board quite a bit. Hattori will make his movement. 4. He can move 5 because we are +1. 1, 2, 3, 4. We need to do our agility check. They're good. And 5. 1 more agility check. We are good. Poor Soro will now go. He will move 1, 2. That space is a 2+, so he just needs to roll a 2 or higher. And he got it. And 3. And that space is a 3 or higher. He's good. Let's hold back the darkness. And 8 is good. That will trigger Scorching Hellfire. So we'll place a Hellfire marker behind us, let's say, and it will bounce twice. Again, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. Go there. And 7 goes there. We'll leave Hachiko where he is. Hattori will move up. 4. And there's no lava here. 1, 2, 3, 4. We will have Soro move. 1. He needs to roll a 2 or higher. He's good. 2, 3. Let's see what our exploration token reveals. 2 doors, an attack, and a clue icon. For our clue icon, we have to roll a d6. We will add that many sanity markers next to the depth track. And a 4, 5, or 6 will add another growing dread card. A 2. And these markers again, they represent extra health for the vampires at the final fight. Let's see which way is not a doorway. 6, this is closed off. And let's see if we are attacked by feral vampires. 1, 2, or 3, it will be vampires. And it is. Let's see if they will gain a vampire trait on a 1, 2, or 3. They do not. Since we are doing medium threats, it will be 3 vampires. We also have an advanced room encounter that is Void Lair. The passage is covered in thick, sticky webs, and soft egg sacs line the wall and the floor. All heroes on this map tile need to roll 1 higher to hit for their attacks. Also roll a d6. Venom Burst. We must make an agility 5+ test. Our agility is 4. We are good. This does remain in play for the needing 1 higher to hit. And our friends the vampires, again are initiative 5. They have Fear 2. Blood Drain. Anytime they cause 1 or more wounds, they heal 1 wound from themselves. Mist Form is Armor 5+. Vampiric Bite, that Hattori is immune to. Under that, any 6s they roll will ignore defense. We must roll another 6, and if that one is a 6, they get a bitten marker. They have Melee 4+, 3 combat that do 2 damage, 4 defense, and 8 health. Let's see what their 2 elite abilities will be. 6 and 5. 5 is Masters of the Mist. They now have Armor 4+. And 6 is they gain keyword Ancient. They're +2 to their health and +1 to combat. So they have 10 health and 4 combat. These are some very strong vampires. Let's hold back the darkness. 11 is good. The vampires will go first. They will each of us be attacked by 1. Although Soro will be spared, as 1 will not be able to get to him. So here's the 1 rolling on Hachiko, rolling 4 combat. Does 1 damage. 1 hit, that is a 6. So we will need to roll another roll to see if that is also a 6. No. Hachiko takes 2 wounds. 4 dice against Hattori. And they score 1 hit. Hattori is a 3+ for defense. And he defends. Hachiko will roll his 1 combat. Scores a hit. It'll be -4 to the roll. No damage. Hattori will roll his 3 combat. One critical, 1 other hit. This one does not hit because of the void layer. We need to roll 1 higher to hit. We have 2 hits, 1 critical. We'll roll the critical first. Rolling it on this guy. Five points of damage. Let's see if his armor can help. And he blocks 1, he takes 4 wounds. And our second hit we'll put on the same vampire. It's going to be -4 to the roll. 8 minus 4 is 4. Let's see if his armor helps him out again. Again, he has armor 4+. And he blocks 2 and takes 2 more wounds. I keep forgetting about the garland that we have as well, that all undead enemies are -1 to their to-hit rolls. And we automatically pass all escape tests. Alright, we gotta keep that in mind. We're going to use a wooden stake as a free attack. Does 1 combat and criticals on a 5 or a 6. So 1 hit. And that is +2 damage. So it'll be -2 to the roll. 5 minus 2 is 3. He takes 3 more wounds. Let's see if his armor will help him there. And he blocked 1, so he takes 2 wounds. Let's do Dancing Dragon. Start with this fellow. Agility 5+. Very good. Move to him. Agility 5+. We are good. Move to the next guy. And another agility 5+. Excellent. I think that will move us. Well, we'll stay where we are. They each take wounds, ignoring defense, equal to the number of fury tokens, so they each potentially take 3 wounds. We'll start with the wounded guy. He only needs 2 wounds to be killed. He has armor 4+, and he is dead. Let's roll the next guy's armor roll right here, and armor 4+. He blocks 1, takes 2 wounds. And then last but not least, he did not block any. He will take 3 wounds. Sora will go. He can't really move anywhere except for backwards. We don't really want to do that, so we'll let him stay where he is. Let's hold back the darkness, hopefully. 6 will fail. Alright. All we needed to do are fear hits. Fear is my worst enemy, I swear. Alright, so Hachiko needs to take 2 fear. And he failed both, so he'll take 2 sanity damage. Suro is next to 1, so he will take 2 fear hits as well. He passes 1 and fails 1, taking 1 more point of sanity damage. Hattori was next to all 3, so he'll take 6 horror hits. And he blocks 3. Let's see if his spirit armor will absorb the other 3. And he absorbs 2, taking 1 sanity. Vampires will go. This guy is again still trying to get to Soro, but he can't reach him. We'll roll against Hachiko for the other one. They hit on 4+, so he scores 2 hits. Hachiko is a 3+ for defense. And he defended both. This guy just stands around growling because he can't get to his target. Hachiko will go, rolling his 2 fear. Passes them both. Roll his 1 combat. Misses. Hattori will go, rolling his 4 fear. Defends 2. Let's see if his spirit armor will block the other 2. And we block 1 and take 1 more point of sanity damage. We'll roll his 3 combat. A critical, a miss, and a hit. Let's go ahead and use a grit to re-roll that miss. That is a hit. We'll use the critical on this one that has higher wounds. 6. Let's see if his armor helps him out. So he blocks 2 and takes 4 more points of damage. Let's do at least 1 more roll into that same injured vampire. This one's going to be minus 4 to the roll. 8 minus 4 is 4. If his armor doesn't help him completely, he will be dead. And he blocks 1 wound, taking 3 wounds, which kill him. We still have our last hit. Obviously we'll put it into this last vampire. It's going to be minus 4 to the roll. 7 minus 4 is 3. See if his armor helps. It does not. He takes 3 more wounds. We are currently 35 points away from being able to level up. Let's go ahead and use our last wooden stake. Does 1 combat. Criticals on a 5 or a 6. We hit. Does +2 damage. They have 4 defense, so it's going to be minus 2 to the roll. 2 minus 5 is 3. See if his armor helps him out. It does not. He takes all 3 wounds. We are 5 points away from leveling up now. Sadly, you can only use 1 free attack. Actually, I could do 1 point into Dancing Dragon. No, let's just finish out the fight. Because 1 point is not going to kill him, it would just add 1 wound. It would give me my 5 points of XP that we need, but in the grand scheme of things, we'll get that before this fight is over. Let's hold back the darkness. Let's go ahead and let Sotoro move out of the way. I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3. Now we'll hold back the darkness. 7 is good. The vampire finally gets to take a crack at Sotoro. He hits on 4+. Scores 2 hits, one of which is a vampiric bite. Let's see if our donkey gets bitten. He does! Good God, are you serious right now? Ugh. Alright, well, we now have a donkey that is infected with a vampiric curse. He also immediately takes 2 wounds from that 6. Let's see if he can defend this other hit. He has defense of 3+. And he does. Our poor mule. And I just got rid of that transfusion kit. Alright, let's roll for Hachiko. Well, he's going to move in. There was 1 combat. Scores a hit. -4 to the roll. No damage. Hattori will roll for movement. Let's roll his 3 combat. No, let's roll his 2 fear, rather. Passes them both. Now we'll roll his 3 combat. 1 hit. Let's use a grit on these other 2. One critical and another hit. We'll do the critical first. 5 damage. He only needs 2 wounds to be killed. Let's see how well his armor protects him this time. He blocks 2 and he takes 3 wounds. He is dead.